Hey YouTube family, Stacy here from the King Family Vlogs, and it has been a month since we have uploaded a video. So where have we been? What have we been doing? So crazy busy that we have not even had time to think about filming a YouTube video. I thought this would be a great vlog to share my tips on how I keep it all together and keep our house running as a super busy mom. And I don't have all of the answers or everything exactly right. I'm just trying to survive, but hopefully some of my tips can help you guys out too, especially around these crazy busy holiday season. What is mommy gonna cook you?
A cheese sandwich.
A cheese sandwich. So here we go. Ham and cheese for mommy. How's your cheese sandwich? Is it good? Hey, who came today?
Elfie.
Elfie. He came to see us. He's hiding where I put our coffee pots, but it still says laundry soap. So Fraser and I just finished eating lunch, and now it is time to pick up our Walmart order. And so I kind of have to leave all of my mess out because we don't have time. I just have enough time to get him dressed and into the car to go. So that leads me to my first tip for busy moms. Automate everything. And I'm talking everything you can possibly automate, automate it. I'm talking bills, house payments, car payments. Just have them automatically come out so you don't even have to worry about them. And you can go even further. Like if your kids eat lunch at school like my kids do, I know I always brought my lunch when I was little, but they love cafeteria food. So they eat school lunch every day. And so automated, when it gets too low, just comes out. And that also goes for the Walmart grocery pickup. It has changed my life completely since our town got it about 6 months ago. So basically I just make a list like I normally do, and I write out all of our meals that we're gonna have for the week, and then I make a list, and then I just go into my app and just scroll and make it and then set it for pickup the next day. And it has literally saved me so much time and hassle. And so if you're a busy mom who's running crazy, get on the automation bandwagon with me. You won't regret it. So we just got home from picking up our groceries. We've got my groceries set out on the counter to put away, and all my lunch mess to still clean up. So I am going to get this done, and then the boys should be home here shortly, which actually brings us to tip number 2, and that is to have systems that work for your family. So a few of the systems that we have for our family are the shoe basket. We put our coats and our backpacks in the same place every day, no matter what. When we come home, we put our soccer stuff in the same place every day when we come home. And this just helps us to not have to look for things, because if you are a busy mom, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The worst thing is to be running late or running around stressed out with not enough time and have to look for things. I despise looking for things. So having these systems in place, they're like ingrained in my boy's head that these have to be done all the time, saves us so much drama. So the boys will be home here in about 30 minutes. They will show you exactly what happens when they get home from school.
So we just got home from school, and we have to put our stuff away in its place or our mom is gonna freak out. So one of the places where we have to put our stuff up is the shoe basket. And whenever we come home from school, we take our shoes off and put them in the shoe basket.
Where we put our coat and backpack is in the closet right over there, so that we can find them every morning. Sometimes it's in a big pile, a big pile.
Stay tuned for the closet organization episode coming up soon.
Power to jump through a camera or a screen or a computer screen or a phone, don't do it right now. My feet stink. Now I can put them up.
So now that the boys are home, I can tell you my third tip.
As you saw in one of our previous videos, we saw what we do when we get home from school, like eat a snack, because I'm starving.
So they have to eat a snack, but then they have chores to do, and that leads me to my third tip is make sure you're delegating what can be delegated. As a mom, you do not have to do everything, and it took me a long time, especially after watching so many YouTube videos of people just, you know, having all these crazy cleaning videos and doing everything. I kind of felt like I had to do everything, and then I realized, do you know what? I work a full-time job and a part-time job. I can't do it all. And I have two children who are 10 and 7 that are more
awesome,
but capable of doing stuff around the house to help out.
Of course we are.
And luckily I have a super awesome husband who really helps out around the house as much as I do. So don't be afraid to delegate. The boys know exactly what they're supposed to do when they get home from school, and we actually set up a kind of system to where they know exactly what they have to do, and they cannot get on YouTube, they cannot watch videos, or they cannot play PlayStation until their tasks are done, and it has really helped out around our house. So what do you have to do when you get home from school before you can play stuff?
We have to
unload the dishwasher.
Unload the dishwasher.
We have to clean our room, the toilet
And the toy room. Ah!
And take out the
and I have to take out the trash.
every day, right? Get started on it. Sing the song for him.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, Y, and Z, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you fans sing with me? At least it's not a gun.
That's
They're
swell.
going crazy behind me.
Poke his eye
But at
out.
least they're doing their chores, right? Am I right? You can't ask for too much, right? Even if it takes a long time, you just gotta be patient. It may not be perfect, but you just gotta learn to live with it. You gotta let it go. You do. You gotta let it go. Which brings me to mom tip number 4. You've just gotta let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go. Let it go.
They're
Can't hold
obviously
it
not
back
going to be
anymore.
Disney singers anytime soon. So I'm going to get these clothes folded, and actually it is one of my mom tips that goes along with downsizing. And if you're interested in any of our downsizing videos, you can just scroll back. We have a couple and a few more coming as well. But one of the main things we downsized was our clothes, and we saved just enough that we thought we needed, got rid of anything extra, and I do 2 to 3 loads of clothes a week, and that is it. I probably have a load of towels and then, you know, a load of sheets, so a grand total maybe 5 loads of laundry a week, which is so much more manageable than when my kids would just like come home and, you know, put on one outfit and then another and change, and I wouldn't have to do laundry because we had so many extra clothes, and it just mounded up to this unmanageable pile of laundry. And now downsizing has got us down to just those bare minimum, which is phenomenal. right now it is about 5 o'clock and I am finally gonna sit down and get some of my work done that I need to get done. Even though I'm done with my classes, I still have a few papers that need to be graded, so final grades can go in for the end of the semester. And I know a lot of people would think it was crazy to wait till 5 o'clock to start getting your work done, but for me, that's just how it works. Right now, there's no soccer, so waiting till later in the day means that I can spend the day with Fraser, and I'm not having to like ignore him or put him off, because once the boys get home, he just wants to play with his brothers and he kind of forgets about me. So I kind of have a few little minutes to myself that are more quiet than if I were to try to do it when it was just me and him here during the day. However, this leads me to tip number 5, which is to double task your work. So normally when everything is in full gear, I will always take the boys to soccer practice. And that's because when I take them, I have an hour and a half to myself where I can actually get stuff done in silence. So I can sit there, I can peek my head up, watch them practice a little bit, but I'll also always take my computer and get some grading or some studying done as well while they're practicing. Right now, again, since there's no soccer, my double timing is going to be grading papers and Hallmark Christmas movies. I mean, is there any better double timing than that? But before we get started, I'll also leave you with tip number 6, which is one that I struggle with all the time, and that's watch your social media time. You don't realize how much of a time suck that can be. Carter's playing Fortnite.
What?
I said you're playing Fortnite.
Yeah, I'm playing Fortnite with my friends from school.
Isn't it so pretty and Christmassy in here? We'll have our Christmas tour up soon. Look how good they did cleaning the toy room too. So before I start cooking dinner, we'll move on to tip number 7, and that is to ask for help and learn how to say no, which are one of my hardest ones to do. But I think that once you start building that saying no muscle and that asking for help muscle, it starts coming a lot easier to you. And I'll just share a fun little story with you. And that is that this year was the first year that I really started asking for help. And I think that's really hard for moms because you want everyone to think that you can handle it and you can do it all on your own. But when you start asking for help, then I think you kind of open yourself up to a mom tribe. And if there's anyone who understands the struggle, it is other moms and other families and just as busy as you. So this year, there were a couple times where I really needed help with Carter's soccer and the boys' soccer. There were a couple times where I just was gonna stretch myself too thin trying to make it to both boys' games, or I just was completely overwhelmed and had way too much to do with either like a sick baby or something along those lines. And I actually made myself reach out to other moms on the team and say, hey, is there anyone that could take Carter to this game or take Carter to this soccer practice? And there were like at least 3 or 4 people who were more than willing to help me every single time. And then do you know what? There was times that they needed help, and so we took their kid, and it ended up like creating friendships and a support system. So don't be afraid to ask for help because it can really open up a lot of doors. Asking for help can come in lots of different forms. So it could be as simple as asking family that is close by to help. I know I'm gonna have to start doing that a lot with starting my doctorate. I'm thanking the Lord Jesus. My mom is coming back. She's been gone for 2 months. My dad is, he got moved because of his job, so he's living in North Carolina, so she lives back and forth between both places. She's been gone for 2 months, so I'm so excited she's coming back and can help out with the boys a little bit more. It could be little things like just getting a babysitter so you can get some things done, or getting a housekeeper, and it's okay to do those things. You know, no one's gonna judge you if you can't do that all on your own. I know one thing that I'm actually considering for this upcoming soccer season, and I know this probably sounds like hoity-toity, or for like lack of a better word, like bougie, but I'm actually thinking about getting a babysitter who can help me take the boys to their soccer practice. Because if I could have someone just literally drive them to soccer practice, sit there with them, and drive them back, then that would give me more time with Fraser and more time to get stuff done. I know that's where I need help in, is more time. Don't be afraid to ask for help or to ask for things that will make your life easier in the long run. So after dinner's over and we get everything cleaned up, I normally get all the boys' stuff laid out for school and get them settled to where they're watching a movie or playing together. Ryan normally takes a few minutes for himself, and so do I. It could be anything from taking a bath to doing a facial, painting my nails. Tonight it is simply a 30-minute date in my room by myself with my Kindle and of course a glass of wine. My favorite wine of the moment is Kendall Jackson Chardonnay. You can get it pretty much at any Walmart, Target, liquor store. It's pretty common and popular, but it's just a really, really good Chardonnay for about 13 bucks. So that is what I will be having a glass of tonight. I am loving the Reese Witherspoon book club. So pretty much all of my book choices lately have been from there. I hope you liked our video and I hope you liked my mom tips. Like I said, I don't have it all figured out at all. I am literally winging it day to day. These are just a few things that have helped me recently to, you know, just survive and make it through. So if you liked this video, make sure to subscribe. I know that we're not gonna have another month-long break probably, at least until April when things get crazy again, but we do have some Christmas videos coming up and some more organization now that I am off more. So again, we appreciate your patience and for sticking around during our break. We love you guys so much. Bye.